Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Poet. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, so for this one, I'm going to be getting on 50 Cent ass. Yeah, rapping ass 50 Cent. Here I come. So let's start this off. How I'm coming about getting on his ass, right? Okay, so as we all know, Big Meech is home. Welcome home, Big Meech. You know what I'm saying? Meech did, 20, 21 years, some shit like that. Now he back. We all know the story. We all know what the fuck going on, right? Okay, well, he out now, and he go 50 Cent taking a picture with him. You know, showing that he fucked with Meech or whatever. Alright, that's cool. Well, Meech turn around and take a picture with Ross. And he's supposed to be doing his welcome home party with Rick Ross or whatever. You know. Well, now 50 mad and he in his feelings about it. And now he called himself about to come out with some basically dissing Big Meech type shit, saying that Meech had ready to come home early. He told on one of his homeboys to get some of his time knocked off, and this is why he out now. Okay. First and foremost, even if that is true, how long you been sitting on that information? And why is it that you wait until Meech take a picture with your rival, Rick Ross? Why you wait for that to happen till now you want to come out with this he telling shit? You been knowing this for a while and you really didn't give a fuck. Let me tell you something about your New York ass. Why don't you stay your New York ass in New York and stop worrying about Detroit business? Because whatever Meech had going on that he did 20-some years ago, that was his business. That ain't had nothing to do with you. If anything, he inspired you. That's why you riding his dick right now. Now, everybody saying this BMF series or whatever, you put money in his son mouth or whatever. Man, look. Meech been had millions and millions and millions of dollars before 50 even got in the game. You feel me? So trust and believe that Lil Meech was well taken care of. Now that exposure to the industry world or whatnot, yeah, might have been a good thing, but he wasn't hurting for no money. Come on, man, this is BMF, blowing money fast, Black Mafia family. They been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? If anything, on some real shit, Meech is worth more than 50 and Ross put together. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your homework on Big Meech. Like, 50, you're nothing to him. And even with you doing that, okay, that's fine. So what? That don't mean that he owe you anything because you put his son on a series or whatever. Like, that fed your pockets. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they gave him a couple dollars or whatever, but that ain't no money to where he came from. That ain't nothing to where he came from. Meech is worth millions on top of millions, my nigga. That little shit that you gave Lil Meech for them series wasn't nothing compared to the life he been living for the past 20-some years before you even came around. Like, cut it out, man. You know anything about Big Meech, you know that nigga fucking, he had 20 million stashed in one of the houses. When they caught Meech 20 odd years ago, they ran up in one of his houses. He had a whole mansion, a whole $1 million house that had $20 million in it cash. When they raided that house, it wasn't nothing in there but money. It was 20 million just in that house alone. Meech probably worth close to $1 billion. Honestly, Meech been getting that money. He been that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that little BMF series, that was nice, but trust and believe that did not solidify their pockets. Meech been doing that. Big Meech can do interviews from here on out for the next 2-3 years and get a way bigger bag than anything you ever did, 50 Cent. Just off interviews alone. He could be charging promoters $200,000 just to show up to any of their events. And Meech ain't no rapper. He ain't no celebrity. He ain't no actor. He ain't no gymnastics or none of that shit. He a well-known, well-documented drug kingpin out of Detroit, Southwest Detroit. Even though Southwest Detroit is like their own little city in the city, but they still Detroit. It's still Detroit. You feel me? And you coming for the city, now I'm about to come for you. Cause your ass tweaking, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay your motherfucking nose out of Detroit business. Worry about where you from and what you doing. On how you got on, Mr. Wankster. Cause you dropped a diss track on Ja Rule and you knocked them off with your diss track. Worry about that. Yeah, that was nice and all, you know what I'm saying? But worry about that. Stop coming for Detroit business, because you don't know what the fuck going on over here. You was inspired. That's why you came up with this series and put his son in it, because you was inspired. You know what I'm saying? You was a fan. As soon as Meech get out, here you go running up there, jumping on his dick. Like, come on, man. Let his dick go. And you mad he out here doing business for himself, for his life. He just did 20 plus years in the feds. It wasn't for you or nothing you had going on. He out here now. He not worried about nothing you got going on with Rick Ross. He trying to get his life back. He trying to do what he got to do for him and his. And if him working with Rick Ross, making a deal, doing whatever you doing with that, if that's in his best interest, then that's for him. That ain't for you none of that. Like, he don't owe you no loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Meech don't even know you. Yeah, he probably met you, you know, or known something of you when you came out and all of that, but he don't know you. He don't owe you shit. And whatever you got going on with Ross, that shit petty as hell. And it's old and lame, and that was some 20 years ago. We grown as men. See, it just got to show you, some guys make it out the hood, but that hood mentality keep going on with them. You know, even after they older, made money and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is your beef with Rick Ross at this point? Like, man, y'all got millions on top of millions. What is you mad about? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, go on live your life. Go on about that. And you mad because another grown man shooting his move and doing what he got to do to get himself back out here. He just missed 20-some years of his life. He out here trying to pull back his strings and get himself back in the line with the game. And you mad because of decisions that he making, that he doing for him. You mad about it. Let me tell you something, 50 Cent. Big Meech did not need you to make no damn BMF series about him and his life. He didn't need you at all for it. So don't think that Meech owe you his loyalty because you did a damn BMF series on him just a couple years ago. You was really about that. You would have been made this series back when you was hot. You would have been got in the game and did that and been did that. You know what I'm saying? You did this shit a couple years before he came on. Like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here, man. You wake as hell. To you, Big Meech, you on now. Do your own BMF series. Start it all over. Take it from the top. Not none of that watered down shit 50 Cent did with BMF. Tell it the right way and how it really went. And how y'all and the 12th Street guys got into it. And how all of that really started. How all of that really happened. Because he don't know what really happened behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? And he trying to make the 12th Street boys look like some dirty ass bums or something. Like, come on, man, stop playing. So, yeah, for you, Meech, you go ahead and do your own BMF and tell it the right way. Because we got niggas out in New York that's trying to make a series about us and acting like they know some shit. Now they putting out the play. And basically because you not down with what they down with, now you want to call you trying to expose you. When he been knowing this. But now all of a sudden he called himself want to say something. Come on, man, nigga, you weak. You weak. Because if he would have never took that picture with Ross, he'd still be dick riding Big Meech right now. Even with knowing his supposedly snitching. Motherfuckers be fake or phonies, man. Watch these motherfuckers. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Pour Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.